Steve here with Flies and Pies. We're going to tie the Panfish Charlie today. This is tied on probably one of the cheapest hooks that I tie on. This is an Eagle Claw 084M. Okay, it's not a barb, a bait holder barb hook. It's just a plain shank, size 6. Basically, what it is it is a Crazy Charlie saltwater bonefish fly that I found to be stupid effective for bluegill, panfish, crappie, things to that nature. So my favorite color is what I call bubble gum, which is a shrimp pink and white or cream with a pink flash and a hot pink thread. So here we go. Take my thread and I lay my thread in right behind the eye. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 turns back. Pull off my excess thread here. Right there, I put my bead chain eyes on. Okay, put them on the top side of the hook shank. Give it 1, 2, 3 turns that way. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just kind of get them nice and straight turns. Go back this way just to even them up, and then build the saddle underneath them. Going under and under and under and under, and then go a couple more just to lock everything in place. And then what I do is I go behind the eyes about 4 turns, pick up my whip finisher, and I whip finish. Now this is not the entire fly. This is simply attaching the bead chain eye. The reason I do that is so that I can put a drop of super glue on that, throw it to the side. I'll tie up 100 or more of these things, as you see with these hooks. If you notice the quantity there, it says 1,000. This is a 1,000 count box. I go through a whole lot of these things. So I tie 100 or more of these bead chain eyes and then throw them to the side, put a drop of super glue on them, and then go back and tie the fly. So I've got some here that are already set up and ready to go. When I get it to that point, I'll just reattach my thread right behind the eyes. My thread is not popping with me today. If you notice, I want to be just like Lefty Cray when I pop my thread off here. The first thing I'm going to tie on is about a half a dozen strands of shrimp pink crystal flash. You can use a hot pink or shrimp pink or whatever looks best to you. But I tie this on right behind those bead chain eyes, pull it down tight, and then chase it back all the way about a quarter to a third of the way around the bend. Then I just lay my thread going all the way back up again. Stop it right there behind the eyes. I usually like to roll it over in the vise because it just makes this part easier. I pick up this crystal flash and I wrap it around the hook shank. Make sure I cover all of the thread, all of the hook shank with it. Okay, and then I'll figure 8 just a couple times through these eyes, and then I pull it back on the top side of the hook shank between the eyes and give it just a couple turns to lay it down. Okay, and then leave that hang. Do not cut it off, just leave it hang. Here I have some polar bear color Congo hair and some shrimp pink color Congo hair. I don't know how well that's going to come out, but this is shrimp pink, this is polar bear. I take my shrimp pink and my polar bear color and I lay the two together like this and then just kind of twist them and mate them together. Okay? Take one end, just pick an end, it doesn't matter which. Make sure you got all the fibers together and trim it off nice and straight. Okay? Then what I do is lay this down right on top of the hook shank, do a pinch wrap to catch all of it, as close to the eyes as possible with your wrap. Give it 2, 3, 4 wraps, something to that effect, and then I actually chase it towards the eye just a little bit, not much. I don't build much of a head at this point. Straighten it up. Pull it back. Trim it nice and close to clean it up. As you can see, this wing goes on the bottom side of the hook, because this will run clouser style with a hook point up. At that point, I actually begin to build a little bit of a head. I bring my thread back to right in front of the eyes, right up against those eyes. Here's where I'm going to grab this flash again. I'll pull half of it to one side, half of it to the other side of the hook eye, and then just pull it back as I catch it with my thread. Go ahead and wrap it down, clean all this stuff up, hide all these cut ends from the Congo hair, or you can use EP fiber if you prefer. I like Congo hair because it's the same stuff, only it's a lot cheaper. Grab my whip finisher. I build one whip finish going back towards the eye. Oops, and I caught a little bit of my Congo hair in the whip finish there. It's okay, I'll just pull it right out. One whip finish going back towards the dumbbell eyes, the bead chain eyes, and then a whip finish going back towards the eye of the hook. Lay that down, pull it tight, remove my thread, and then I'm going to pull the flash out of the way, trim this a little bit longer like this, a little bit longer than the hook shank itself. Let me put it up top so you can see it. Something like that right there. Oops, missed one. And then I trim the flash just a little bit longer than that. Your flash will be kind of twisted, so if you just kind of fluff at it and stuff. And if you like it to be uneven like I do, I just kind of stand it all up a little bit and pick at it with the tips of my scissors. Brush it all back. And that's a Panfish Charlie. It's a really simple, really fast fly. And I'm going to show you just how fast it can really be if you want it to. Stick my hook in my vise. Once I've got my bead chain eyes attached to a bunch of these guys, lay my thread down, pop it off, pick up my flash, tie it down, remove my tags, run it back, right in front of the bead chain. Figure 8 through the eyes. Tie the flash off and down. Pick up my Congo hair that's already mated together, but just make sure it's nice and clean. Lay it down on top of the hook shank. Split my flash. It's fighting me there. Pull it back. Build my head. Keep that stupid piece of flash out of there. Whip back. Whip forward. Flash out of the way. Trim my Congo hair. Make it uneven. Pull my flash up. Trim it. and bang, that one's just fighting me. There we go. There's another one. That's how fast it can be. That took me just about a minute and a half. So there you go. I hope you enjoy that, and give it a shot. It's great for bluegill, crappie, small bass, farm pond stuff. Real easy fly, guys. Thanks.